What's your best not on my watch moment? I was at the grocery store checkout when this woman cut in front of an elderly man with a walker. She had a cart overflowing with organic everything, designer purse hanging off her arm like a trophy. The old man just had 3 items, milk, bread, and a small can of cat food. "Excuse me, ma'am, but I was here first," he said politely, his voice shaky but kind. She rolled her eyes so hard I thought they might fall out. "I'm in a huge hurry. I have an important client meeting in 20 minutes. The teenage cashier looked super uncomfortable but didn't say anything. This woman started unloading her massive cart, completely ignoring the old man standing there with his walker. She's on her phone the entire time, talking loudly about some big business deal. "Yes, tell them the contract is worth 6 figures. They need to take this seriously," she announced to the whole store. "I don't have time for delays." I noticed the elderly man checking his watch nervously every few seconds. He kept glancing toward the bus stop outside through the glass doors. That's when I realized he was trying to catch the next bus, and from his worried expression, it was probably the last one of the evening. The woman had at least 50 items: fancy cheese, imported wine, organic vegetables that cost more than most people's weekly groceries. She kept complaining about everything. "Why is this taking so long? Can't you scan faster?" Her total came to over $200. She confidently swiped her shiny black credit card. Declined. Her face went bright red as she huffed and tried a different card. Declined again. She started yelling at the poor cashier like it was somehow their fault. "This is absolutely ridiculous. Your machine must be broken. Try it again right now. I know these cards work." The cashier was almost in tears. "Ma'am, I've tried 3 times. Maybe you could call your bank. Don't tell me what to do. I spend thousands here every month. Do you know who I am?" Meanwhile, the old man was shifting anxiously from foot to foot, gripping his walker tighter. I could see the city bus pulling up to the stop outside, and his face fell as he watched it through the window. The woman finally got her 3rd credit card to work, but then she remembered she had coupons. She started digging through her massive designer purse, pulling out receipts, makeup, and random papers. "I know they're in here somewhere. These coupons will save me like $30. People in line were getting frustrated. A mom with crying kids, a guy trying to get lunch during his break. The old man's bus pulled away from the stop, leaving him stranded. His shoulders sagged as he watched it disappear down the street. "There it goes," he whispered to himself, looking defeated. That's when I stepped up and tapped the woman on the shoulder. "Ma'am, I'll pay for his 3 items right now." She looked at me like I had grown a second head. "What does that have to do with anything? I'm almost done here." Because unlike you, he actually needed to be somewhere important. That was the last bus of the day, and now this man has to walk 3 miles home in the dark because you couldn't wait 5 more minutes. The cashier started smiling, and I could hear other customers behind us murmuring in agreement. "Good for you," someone whispered. About time someone said something. The woman's face turned purple. "How dare you judge me? You have no idea what kind of day I've had. I'm a very important person, and you have no idea what kind of day he's having," I shot back. "But the difference is, he's been nothing but polite while you've been incredibly rude to everyone here." She grabbed her bags, knocked over the coupon display, and stormed toward the exit. "This is the worst customer service I've ever experienced. I'm never shopping here again." "Promise," called out another customer from behind us. The manager came over and apologized to everyone for the delay. I paid for the old man's groceries, walked him outside, and called him an Uber on my phone. While we waited, he told me about his cat Whiskers, who was waiting for dinner at home. When the Uber arrived, he shook my hand and said it restored his faith in people. The driver refused payment when I explained what happened.